well.
Yeah, never. Damn, Pogagi, Polagi, Tembo, and Cowboy. He married he talk on I make good equal mother Pogagi. Guinea Mary, Guinea nature.
Na nebo igwagezoku ihe gbasara ọchịchị anya na Imo State agwụla m ike. Kamgbe m gachara na meeting na m gara akpọrọ anyị okwu. Ekwega anyị ihe niile, ekwega anyị nte, ekwega anyị ma a ga-arụrụ anyị ụzọ, a ga-arụrụ anyị nke, a ga-arụrụ anyị nke ọzọ. Kamgbe m lọtara echege ihe niile ndị a isi ejule ma dịzele m confused. Iwe jukashala m ahụ. Lekwa ka m chọrọ igi mere nwa nwoke ewerele m iwe wụbọ ya mmiri nga m na-eche ihe gbasara Imo State.
Ngwa n'isi okwu anyị, ngwa nebo ka m jụọ gị na onye gbara gị egbe ọ ga-awa gị mbọ. Onye agụrụ ji ọ na-eke nni. Onye obi ọjọọ ọ na-eme giveaway. Aga m enye ndị yutu n'ọrụ ọwụ inye anyị oke bekee. Ndị Imo niile the 3 senatorial zone anyị nwere n'Imo steeti onye ọwụla ekwerikọtara ndị ọwụ Senator Samuel Nnemeka Anyanwụ Sam Dadi nọ ya nwa ga-achị Imo ya nwa onye ga-azụta ihe ọma ndị Imo tụrụ ya so dị afọ ka anyị tụnyere Senator Samuel Nnemeka Anyanwụ ka anyị tụnyere PDP.
Make Imo safe again.
Papa Nkechi, oh yeah, man, teach you small lesson for draft.
Which lesson? You will be Tiboribo. Now you want to teach me lesson?
Hey, oh yeah, take chop now.
See this man. See, I know this yam. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You see,
5.
What's it just happened?
7, 8. Now nature's field eye cap happen no. That time when you dey beat me anyhow, I be not dey see well. But since my daughter Nkechi buy me nature's field eye cap, my eyes don dey sharp well. Nature's field eye cap dey promote healthy vision. It dey prevent blurry vision. It dey relieve redness and eye wey dey itch. It dey protect eye from damage wey rays of light from computer and phone screens dey cause. Na so e dey protect the eye from various eye disease dem. Nature's field eye cap dey support good vision and clarity for the elderly, people wey dey use eyeglasses, and people wey dey spend much time for computer and phone. Take one tablet every day. E dey available for pharmacies nationwide. Telephone 0807 509 1020 0807 189 1904.
Let us make Imo safe again. Bring back peace and joy. Senator Sam Dadi Anyanwụ will make Imo safe again.
Letting call to Ndi Monile, the task of making Imo safe again and thereby restoring peace and progress to the eastern heartland is a collective responsibility that calls for all hands to come on deck to vote massively for Senator Sam Dadi Anyanwụ of People's Democratic Party PDP during the 11th November 2023 governorship election. Together, let's bring back safety, stability, and prosperity to all parts of the eastern heartland by collectively voting PDP. Ebe Serembalari, Kong Nangwari, Loachina Limo, Onorokari Beyao.
Let us make Imo safe again. Bring back peace and joy. Senator Sam Dadi Anyanwụ will make Imo safe again.
All right, welcome back to Boss Radio, of course, 98.9 FM Owerri, and we'll be doing justice to a lot of issues ahead of Imo State gubernatorial election slated for the 11th of November, being next month, 2023, where the future of the state will be decided, the future of many Imolites, millions of people, even people another Imolites will be decided. But because my mentor said to me, Osaze, one government policy can either change a generation for positive purposes or negative purposes. Said just one government policy. I'm just telling you how important this election is, and you must actually pay key attention to what we're discussing here. I still remain yours sincerely, Osaze Ejogu, and my eminent, distinguished, proven and tested personality in the studio has always been Right Honorable Jones Chukwudi Onyereri, the deputy governorship candidate of PDP, for the November 11th election. Of course, the PDP gubernatorial candidate is Senator Samuel Nnemeka Anyanwụ. Remember, we are very much live and active on Facebook at Boss Radio 98.9 FM. Where we have some messages already, but we'll get to that later. Like our page and drop your comment. You can as well subscribe to our YouTube channel at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri and drop your comment. You can download our app on our various mobile sources. It is very important so that you can watch us live or listen to us live wherever you are around the world, and you can check us up on our website www.boss989fm.com. We'll put the phone lines in the course of the show, not really right now. Sir, you talked about education before you started saying a lot of things about the health, but I want to crave a indulgence. I want to take it back to education. United Nations education branch said government should give 26% in every given budget for education. I believe Nigeria government has failed woefully since 1999 in that. Now, as the deputy gubernatorial candidate of the PDP party, of course, are you really trying to assure the Imola that if the party is being elected on November 11th, that the state will actually see education as one of its priority? Yes, you said a lot about trying to resuscitate our schools and rest of them. Now, I want to bring to your notice, sir, we have too many private schools in Imo State, and many of them are beyond the reach of a poor man. Now, if you look at some of the government secondary schools, primary schools that we have, apart from the fact that some of the buildings are dilapidated and nothing to write home about, the quality of teachers that we have are not really, to compare with the quality of teachers we have, in some of these private institutions. In as much, because many Imolites, want this thing to be addressed, in as much the government want to fix our government schools, is there any plan PDP as a party has, if being elected next month, to force down the high cost of private education in the state? Is there any plan for that? Everyone cannot attend private schools, but in the sense everyone cannot attend private schools, what happens to, because sir, I can tell you that most of the private schools in Imo State are exploiting the Imolites. In the name, they are giving the best education. So is there any plan the party has in terms of policy to force down the high cost of private education, in Imo State?
To be honest with you, there is practically nothing anybody can do about it.
Okay.
But there's always a way out of every situation.
Okay.
And what's the way? By moral suasion. You can talk to the private school owners.
Okay.
And of course, strike a deal with them. You can give them tax concession. You can give them the necessary enabling environment so that they can reduce costs.
Okay.
But that's their private business. So you can only do that by moral suasion.
Okay.
Constitutionally, there's nothing you can do about it. So that's one way out.
Okay.
But the only way out of all of this, and I will tell you, very simple, and that's exactly what Sam Daddy is coming to bring to bear in Imo State. Let the public schools work. Once the public schools are working, what are you chasing in a private school? I didn't go to a private school. I went to a public school, and I'm sure you did.
Yes, of course I did.
So what are we chasing in private schools? People are going to private schools because there are no qualified teachers in the public schools anymore, and they don't have good buildings to accommodate these children. And that's not good. That's not good enough. And that's exactly what Sam Daddy is coming to do. And more so, he's going to partner with the churches. And he has said that is there clearly written in his manifesto. He's going to give subvention every year to churches so that they can take care of the missionary schools and of course the hospitals. And that is not out of place. Remember, even Christ himself went to a public school.
Yes.
You've forgotten about that?
No.
So what are we talking about? So the honest truth is, we must be able to go to these missionary schools and get them well equipped. Because if Christ went through a missionary school, remember where the teachers were, when the parents were looking for him, and they found him even teaching the teachers. That was a missionary school.
Yeah.
So for me, that's why you just need to read Sam Daddy's manifesto. Honestly, you just beg Imo people, just make this man governor. Let's move on. because he will be giving subvention to these churches. And then they will be in a better position to even train our children, at least in godly ways. A huge way of curbing insecurity. So when you have a combination of all of this, the public schools will be begging you to even enroll in their schools because it will come so cheap. But the point is that nobody wants to think outside the box.
Definitely. So before I come to the one of the most important questions I have on my desk for you, you actually said a lot about the health, and I would love to share this idea with you. I don't know whether your government will buy the idea. You know, we all know how much it actually costs to have a standard world-class health facilities or health institutions in the Imo State, and I believe the government of Sam Dad, if elected come November 11, will do something about education. But I don't know if it could be possible, you know, knowing fully that you and Sam Dad are highly placed, highly connected around the world, can use your good connection powers to actually link with your friends outside the country to come and partner with you people in the sense of what we call the donation fund to build at least 4 to 5 hospitals in Imo State. Is that possible?
I'm excited about this question, and that's where it is very necessary for Imolites to look at the background of people they want to elect to govern them. Let me just say this to you. I was in the House of Representatives for 8 years. I was the chairman committee on banking and currency. Nobody has had to chair that committee for 2 terms. I chaired that committee for 8 years. Technically what that means, or literally what that means, is that I was overseeing the operations of Central Bank of Nigeria, Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria, Nigeria Security Printing and Meeting Company, Nigerian Export and Import Bank. I was overseeing their operations. And by sectorial oversight, we are always at the World Bank and with the Afri-Exim. Now, do you also know that Sam Dadi, whilst he was chairman, Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Complaints, he was also the vice chairman of the Senate Committee on Banking and Other Financial Institutions.
Impressive.
So we've gotten these necessary exposures. So it won't be difficult for us to bring international donor agencies to Imo State to come and invest. It won't be difficult for us to attract foreign direct investment back here. It won't be difficult for us to even interface with our brothers and sisters in the diaspora in order to increase our diaspora fund here. Because you'll be surprised that the major chunk of the diaspora fund is from Imo. So that's where personality and character come to play. Because when people trust you, even for international bodies, they will invest here. Because I remember even Afri-Exim wanted to do an industrial park, but immediately the governor was removed after the 7 months. They took it back. So everybody must invest where you are when they trust you. It becomes easier for them to do because they know that it will not be wasted funds and that it will not be wasted investment. So it's very key for us to do all of that. And more so even with our exposure at the National Assembly, my brother. What of the UBEC funds? What of the TED fund? What of the Rural Education Fund? What of the Ecological Fund?
Nobody's asking.
What of Anchor Brewers Fund? You need to know all of this and know how to go about it. We are missing a lot in Imo State. The microfinance bank here, if any governor knows what to do, that will be enough to give facilities, even as single digit loans, to start up businesses. Because, okay, now look at our private contribution to our GDP. It is far below the subnational average. And why is it so? Because there is no middle class in Imo. The middle class is completely extinct. And the only way you can recreate a middle class is to improve on the MSMEs, the medium, small, and the micro, small, and medium enterprises. Once you are able to show up all of this, then your GDP will increase. That is the success story of China.
Perfect.
China economy is about MSMEs, and that is what Sam Daddy is coming to bring here, because there is nothing wrong. Skill Acquisition Center or Vocational Center, one in every federal constituency.
Beautiful.
If nothing else, you are able to inculcate global relevant and of course industry standard employment skills on the youth. That's mere capacity building. And then along the line, as medium term and long term arrangement, you're able to make Imo State a tech hub to help you build the capacity of these youth, to inculcate in them modern digital skills and prepare them for the fourth industrial revolution. That's what any well-prepared governor will be thinking for Imo State, and that is why we need to have Sam Daddy on board.
Okay, that's nice. Talking about the industrialization of Imo State as part of Senator Samuel Namekanya's vision for Imo State, I remember, in fact, vividly, I really want to tell the world, in Rivers State, where we have oil companies, the communities there don't pay for light bill. They enjoy free light 24 hours. I can attest to that. I have friends there. I have been there before to see for myself. But why is Imo State own different? The communities in Imo State where oils are situated, some few oil companies there, they don't even have electricity. Talk about of paying for it. They don't have electricity. They don't have good road. These are basic things they should enjoy without begging for it. Now we know that the administration of late Musa Yar'Adua gave the restive militants in Niger Delta amnesty, which calmed everything down. Some of them, I know them. They are actually having a good life today. But here in Imo State, we normally hear about people who are doing bunker, and rest of them, they get them arrested, they kill them because they are Imola, because they are youths. Does it mean that we don't have intelligent government that can actually bring this youth, talk to them, okay, you have the mind to do this. What can you do? If we expose you to this, what can you produce? Because you talked about China, and this is how China actually got to where they are. So I believe Sam Daddy's government have all this, but how does he really want to achieve it? Tell us.
My brother, I'm so excited about your expository. To be honest with you, we were in Ohaji Bwema, and I was sharing Sam Daddy's vision with them. I said to Ohaji Bwema, on their land, not outside their land, that nobody should be blamed for their woes, that they should blame themselves. And that is the truth. Because ask yourself in the first instance, what is the difference between Oru West, Oguta, or Hajeboma and Dubai and Saudi Arabia? What is the difference?
No difference.
Is it not the same oil?
The same oil.
Is it not the same gas?
The same gas.
Are they not all millionaires?
They are.
And people are here excited about 1,000 naira to go and vote a bad government? I said, blame yourself for your woes. Because when you cheapen yourself and when you don't appreciate your God-given resources, you don't blame anybody for it. The children of Israel had to go through the journey of 400 years to go to a land that flows with milk and honey. Meanwhile, you have not gone on a journey of 1 year, and God has brought to you that milk and honey, and you are toying with it, and other people are coming to enjoy what God in his infinite mercy gave to you. What a shame. And I said to them, that is why you will not allow anybody to come and govern you except the person that God has chosen to make you get your due. How can you be from Ohaji Eboma with all the bad roads, without electricity, and there are international oil companies there, and what a leader prides himself is chasing people doing bunkering? As bad as bunkering is, my brother, have you thought of the fact, just like they did in China when they started producing fake phones and fake this and fake that, it was the leadership burden. The leader said, wait a minute. These young them, talk to them. Let them use the same money and put these guys through proper training. Before the world will wake up, these guys will start producing modular refinery.
Of course.
And you can imagine what will happen to the economy of Imo State. Would there still be hunger?
No.
My brother, we need to think outside the box. That is the challenge that we have. These oil companies are supposed to provide for us independent power plants that at least can cover Olo and Owerri environs. And if we push them further, it can cover the whole state. But we need to start from somewhere.
Yep.
And they just come here and do whatever okay. Now, thank God for the exposure at the National Assembly. Look at the Local Content Act, which says that for every expatriate, you must have 2 of your locals to understudy them. Is it happening here in Imo State?
No.
Who's understudying the expatriates? Because there's supposed to be a technological transfer.
Of course.
So that in a space of 2 years, what these white people had the ability to do, our locals will start doing it. And they'll start earning dollars. But the point is that how can I go unless somebody sends me? The point is that nobody is sending them. And that's why they need a Sam Daddy, so that Sam Daddy will send them.
Thank you so honestly. Remember, you're still listening to Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. I'm still your uncle here, of course, Osaze Ejogu, and the PDP deputy gubernatorial candidate ahead of November 11th election. Right Honorable Jones Chukwudu Onyereri has been here, of course, telling us everything we need to know. He actually projects his principal, Senator Samuel Nemeka Nyamu, who is the PDP gubernatorial candidate for November 11th election. Let me remind you once again, we are very much live and active on Facebook at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. We have a lot of messages on our Facebook page. We'll actually come to that, I promise you. You can as well, of course, you have to like our page at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri and drop your comment. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri and drop your comment. Download our app on your various mobile stores to listen to us or watch us live wherever you are around the world. You can also check us up on our website, boss989fm.com. We'll put the 4 lines very soon, not yet. So write your questions down, write your contributions down. We'll put the 4 lines pretty soon, but not yet. Right Honorable Sir, I want us to talk about the PDP plans to tackle insecurity in Imo State. You know, where there is no security, there is no development, we thrive. Where there is no security, there is no guarantee of life and properties in that particular state. Everything centers around security. A government may have good vision, good plans, but once there is no security, it makes mess of everything, the goodwill of the government. So what plans do the People's Democratic Party's gubernatorial candidate Senator Sam Nemeka Nyamu has to tackle insecurity in Imo State? Because the world knows that we have, if I should score security percentage in Imo State, let me say 100 over 100, we have more than over 100 insecurity rates in Imo State. It's alarming. It's actually choking already. And if nothing is being done, but God forbid, Imo State may end up becoming a deserted area, which is not our prayers. So what plans do the party has to tackle insecurity in Imo State?
First, the principle of all, keep faith with the constitution which you would have sworn to uphold. The very skeleton of our constitution, which is the fundamental objective and directive principles of state policy, the chapter 2 of the constitution says that your primary purpose in government is the security and the welfare of the people that you govern. Period. So anywhere, and that was why we even touted the fact that we wanted to make all of this justiciable. Because if we have succeeded in amending the constitution to make this justiciable, nobody will toy with the lives of people. But unfortunately, it's not yet. So what Sam Daddy is coming to do, because he's a man that keeps faith to the constitution, so he will come and tackle the issue of security. And how is he going to do it? The low-hanging fruit will be, first of all, to do the local government election within the first 6 months.
Okay.
Get people busy.
Okay.
Get people busy. And whilst that is going on, you begin to have arrangements to have the intercommunal dialogue. Begin to talk with people one-on-one. Know what the challenges are and begin to profess solutions to all the challenges. Get involved with your PGs. Get involved. Of course, initiate the community government councils, which Owerri started. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because that's also a government that touches the grassroots. Then reinvent the community watch. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because with all of this, you are gradually engaging the people. And Sam Daddy has also vowed to take up the Yaradua style, which is granting amnesty. How did he think of that? One would begin to wonder, oh, these guys that were shooting and all of that, arguments back and forth. Same argument when Yaradua wanted to grant amnesty to the militants. But today, do you know that those militants are professors?
Yeah.
They are engineers.
Yes.
They are medical doctors.
Yes.
These are people that would have been wasted, and that was exactly what I was telling you about having the wrong environment. They can have the best of genes, but if you have the wrong environment, you won't be able to express what you have. So that's the advantage of amnesty, because when you keep these guys busy, put them through schools, give them the necessary exposures, they become good citizens. So Sam Daddy is going to try out that.
Okay. That's amazing, honestly. That's amazing. Well, we will actually come back. Let's actually take a little break. Don't touch that dial. Still Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. We will definitely be back. Stay glued.
My name na Agba Bola. The ladies, they call me Semper Ronaldo because I dey finish work. When it comes to the game, my fitness na bamba, my skills na fire, my shot dey knock all the corners of the net. My brother, wake up to that. Madam go dey happy with you. Na Nature's Field Adam Desire. Yes o, Nature's Field Adam Desire. Na be the secret. Since I begin take the product, my body dey rise to the occasion like Rock of Ages. I dey stand firm all through the match, and my wife dey like my swag. Yes o, you wan be the real man? Go get your own Nature's Field Adam Desire. Anybody fit take the product o. You fit get Nature's Field Adam Desire for any pharmacy near you. But if you want am as e dey hot, you go call 0807 509 1020 or 0807 189 1904. Nature's Field Adam's Desire go make a wife love you well well.
Make him yourself again. Power to the people. Make him yourself again. Biko ndimo nụrụ n'olu anyị maka okezono n'ala Imo ogbu ala. Okezono n'ala Imo iro na-asha ala. Nwanne rie ya ewelikwana na nwanne ya ka nwanne ya erie mgbe ahụ iro na-asha ala n'ala Imo. Make him yourself again. PDP. Ndewo ndị Imo. Imo State continolo. Imo State continolo. Imo State continolo. Okezono n'Imo gala.
Alright, welcome back, of course, to Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. We'll be discussing issues as the first November 11th gubernatorial election here in Imo State. Of course, it's on record that 3 states will be going into gubernatorial election contest on that pretty day. Kogi State, where we'll be having 18 political parties. Bayelsa State, 16 political parties. Imo State, 17 political parties. And in Kogi State, 2 political parties fielded of course, 2 females as running mates. In Bayelsa State, we just have 1, but Imo State, we don't really have any. Imo State always unique in different things. And I still have my guest in the studio, very eminent, distinguished personality, proven and tested and trusted as well. Right Honorable Jones Chukwudi Onyereri, of course, the deputy gubernatorial, the deputy candidate gubernatorial personality, Senator Samuel Nameka Nyamu, for November 11th election. We have a lot of messages on our Facebook. Remember, you can actually catch us live on Facebook at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. Like our page and drop your comment. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri and drop your comment. Download our app on our various mobile stores and listen to us, watch us live wherever you're around the world. You can as well check us up on our website, boss989fm.com. Well, we will open the 4 lines, of course, in the next 5 minutes, so that you can call in and ask your questions or contribute to, of course, on what we're discussing on the show this evening. Now, right, Honorable Sir, let me come to you. I really want to put this question before you. What is Senator Samuel Nameka Nyamu's stand on the purported Charter of Equity?
Wow, my brother, that is an unnecessary distortion, as it were, based on what some people churned out the last time.
Okay.
The distortions are not necessary.
Okay.
And I'll explain to you. I wonder why what happens in Imo does not happen in any other state. Is a big shame. It's a big shame, and it's worrisome. And we should start crying and probably have a solemn assembly and ask God to forgive us wherever we have erred. Why would, for instance, let me take for instance Ebonyi State. In 1999, Ebonyi State started with Samegu from Ebonyi North. After 8 years, it was Martin Elechi from Ebonyi Central. Thereafter, it was Dave Umahi. After 8 years, it was Dave Umahi from Ebonyi South. Another 8 years. And then they now went back to start their own effective Charter of Equity and went back to Ebonyi North, where they started with the new governor, Nwufuru. Now, look at Enugu State. Enugu State started with Chimaroke Nnamani. Enugu East. Sullivan Chime. Enugu Central. Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, Enugu North.
Yep.
And they all took their turns 8 years each. And then they now started from where they began. Peter Mba from Enugu East. Perfect. That's Charter of Equity. Now look at Abia. Abia had Ojus Okalo. Abia North. After 8 years, T.A. Oji. Abia Central. Thereafter, Okezie Igbazu. Abia South. Now they started from where they began again. Oti Alex, Abia North. Now look at Anambra. One would have expected Anambra would probably somehow would have been like Imo. But look at Anambra, still very organized, maintaining a steadfast Charter of Equity. Now Chimaroke Mbadiniju, Anambra South. Chris Ngige, Stroke Peter Obi, Anambra Central. Obiano Willie, Anambra North. And then they went back again to start from Anambra South, Charles Soludo. Now look at Imo. How she can help me and start clapping. Because we're a wonder state. Our leader, Achiku Denwa, Imo West, 8 years. Ikedio Hakim, Imo North, 4 years. Rota Sokorocha, Imo West, 8 years. Hope Uzodima, Imo West, 4 years. My brother, what has happened to Imo East?
Missing in action.
The Owerri zone.
Missing in action.
What has happened to them? after 24 unbroken years. I mean, that's most uncharitable. And this is the same situation that Moses then faced, and God gave them an answer to it and said, you have gone round this mountain, you have circled round this mountain for too long. We have had this distortion for too long. This is the time to change, and the time to do right is now, not tomorrow. When you see that something is wrong, you change it immediately. You don't wait to worsen the situation. But the good news in all of this, and I must tell you, everybody, at least 90% of the people that you have seen that did the funny charter of equity, go and talk with them one-on-one. They will tell you the truth. They will tell you, no. That they just answered a call. That the truth of the matter is that their mind is not there. That is not the right thing to do. Talk with them one-on-one. And I'm sure by November 11th, Owerri people will show it. And that's the honest truth. That indeed, they can't wait for another how many years? And you're not sure what will happen then. You are not sure what will happen then, because it's everybody's right to contest for an election. So you're not sure what will happen then. But if there is this understanding, like they did in other states, that indeed that the charter of equity should be what it is, you shouldn't give it another meaning.
Okay.
And charter of equity is that once you've done your first 8 years, the other zone will take their 8 years, the last zone will take their 8 years, and you start all over. But now we've had the discussions to correct it. We have one more opportunity to correct it, and the time is now. It is the Owerri zone opportunity to give us a governor, and I believe that is the person of Sam Daddy.
Okay, thanks so much, Right Honorable Jones Chukwudi. Well, I think I have to open the phone lines, of course, this very minute. I mean, if you have a kind of your patients have been running out, you really want to call, and I'm giving you the floor right away. The numbers to call are 090-922-29922, 090-922-29922, or 091-226-77989, 091-226-77989. That's the number to call, and we will have you live here, of course, on the show this evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, welcome to Boss Radio.
Thank you. My name is Mr. Rapo. I'm calling from Amakwa. Thank you, the moderator, for inviting this special guest. May God bless you.
Okay.
Thank you, His Excellency, Right Honorable Chudi Jones Onyereri. You are a man of wisdom. You are a man of character and intellectual capability. I thank you. I didn't know that you have this such capacity. And what it means that the ticket of Sam Daddy and the Jones Onyereri is a ticket to beat. It's unbeatable. You two have shown their capacity to push this state forward. I thank you for that. My question goes on to you. What's the plans of His Excellency on the local government election? Because that's the government that is closer to the grassroots. So what's your plan?
Thank you very much.
Of the His Excellency? And also, I want to ask you, because from your experience, you guys have experience in the Elizabeth State. Are you guys going to run the same what we are experiencing in Imo State now, in the House of Assembly, where the State House of Assembly is a rubber stamp? Before a speaker or whatever was pass a bill, they have to go and take a school from the government house. Are you guys going to run the House of Assembly like that? That's my question.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Sorry the line was breaking, but I got a drift of your question. First, if I'm right, you asked about the local government election. What's he going to do about it? I said earlier on that somebody would, within the first 6 months, conduct a local government election. That is the only government that will be close to the grassroots.
Yes.
And let me also tell you that he has that in mind about really bringing the government close to the grassroots. He intends to have a government lodge in the 3 senatorial zones. You already have the government house in Imo. So he's going to build a mini government house in Okigwe and Olu zones.
Okay.
And every quarter, he would drive and actually live there and allow people to come to him to have a feel of their governor. And in all of that, he'll be able to get the thoughts of the people, aggregate these thoughts, and then he will make sure that indeed he brings whatever concerns they have to bear with respect to development in the state.
Okay.
But beyond all of that, what that would also help in doing will be that it will help to develop those areas. Your lands will begin to have value. People will begin to invest in these places. And of course, our middle class people will begin to have their homes in those senatorial zones.
Okay.
So it will bring a lot of development within and outside those areas.
Okay.
So that's what he intends to do.
Okay.
And beyond all of that, you also asked about the line was breaking. I didn't quite get that second question,
Okay.
your second concern.
So just hold on. Just let's actually have a this caller. Hello. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah. Welcome to Boss Radio.
Welcome. Well done.
Okay.
Yeah. My name is Nelson Uchechi Wana. Ubide Ndimo. Right Honorable Chubi Jones Onyereri.
Mr. Could you tell us where you are calling from, please?
I'm calling from Wangela.
All right.
I want to thank God for bringing Chubi Jones and Senator Samuel Anyanwu as Deputy Governor and Governor to be in Imo State. Permit me to say that this pair is the best so far. Going by the antecedents of the duo, I have seen their desert and I believe in what they can do. Since you are a tested and trusted leader, you've been in the National Assembly, the Lower House for 2 times, and you did not disappoint their constituents. In terms of education, the modern secondary school you built in the Owerri speaks volume. And definitely that the empowerment you did is still speaking for you. Like you rightly said, that our education system has dilapidated. No, we all are born by nature, but nurtured by environment. Like you rightly said, even if we come with the best genotypes or the people with the best DNA.
Mr. Please, can you just actually summarize? We have other persons, of course, trying to engage the line as well.
Yes, Sir Judy Jones, you know very, very well that the local government system is not worth writing home about. So I want you to tell the Imolites what you do in the local government system. And those times, like you are seeing today, that we have adopted a new system which is not favorable to people. You said you are going to conduct local government election. That is very, very good. It's a welcome development. But the local government will also be given autonomy to develop their localities. not this sole administrator or TC member or this and that. That will not help us. Just tell us how you are going to revamp our system with the local government being invigorated. If by the grace of God, in 11th of November, you become the governor and deputy governor of Imo State. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nelson. What Sam Daddy intends to do, basically, is to conduct a free, fair, and credible election for the local government system. And what is he going to use the local government system to do? I had explained earlier. But in addition to all of this, he intends to have a hall set out for crèche and nursery schools. You know, we have to start training our children from cradle up to adulthood, and the only way to do that, in order not to expose them to the ills of the society, is to give them the same necessary exposure that our parents did for all of us. We all put us in crèche, they put us through nursery school before we now went to primary school. So for crying out loud, why wouldn't you bring this to bear in your local government, where these women, while going to the market, will drop their children at the local government councils in the crèche, leave them in the secondary nursery school that was set up there, so that they can play with toys and play with all the educational things. How much is a TV?
So I think you've actually said a lot on that. I don't want the listener to keep taking you back. Okay, don't stress yourself over that. You've said a lot about that. Hello, good evening. All right, keep those calls coming. Let's read the messages on our Facebook page. This one is coming from Prince CC Nwogu. He says, I want to urge the deputy governor candidate of our party to work in synergy with the governorship candidate to work out strategic, of course, to stop the ruling party from engaging in rigging spray, as was witnessed on the 18th of March during the House of Assembly election across the state. Okay, it is obvious that Imo lies yearn for paradigm shift, of course, and PDP remains the only option. PCC Wogu from Area H, New Owerri. Thanks so much, Peace. Prince Harad. Hello, good evening. Okay, let's keep reading the Facebook message. Godfrey Namanis Ike says, Sam Daddy and Jones, is the answer, with love from Aladima Owerri. Of course, me from Amaimo Ike. Thanks so much for the message. Gilles Omuna says PDP power. Okay, Umuna equally says Sam Jones 2023. We know. Okay, thanks so much. Hello, good evening. Remember, you can call us on 090-922-29922 or 091-226-77989. These are the numbers to call. You actually have a meaningful conversation with us here. You can as well catch us live on Facebook at Boss Radio 98.9 FM, or where they like our page and drop the comment. Okay, Felix Nwozozo says, good evening, Osaze, and your guest in the house. My name is Felix Nwozozo from Owerri in Owerri. Please help me ask your guest and Sam Daddy, what plan do they have for our roads in Owerri? Because over the years, all the roads have actually been neglected. Well, especially the road from Atta Junction, the Warube from of course to Ugwoji. And again, what plan do they have to bring back security in Imo State? Thanks. I wish him good luck. I think he has actually answered the question on security. Sir, he's asking plans to have to put our roads in order if being elected come November 11th.
Okay, let me first thank Umuna and Godfrey for their kind compliments.
Okay.
And then straight to the questions asked by Felix and then of course Mwog. Felix, to be honest with you, that is part of the infrastructural development plan that Sam Daddy has. He's going to do a lot of interlocal government roads, but for the intra-community roads, that's why you need the local government system. But being from Imberi, I must tell you, basically that there is no how a well-thinking person will not think home first.
Okay.
If we are from BK, and that's exactly what Sam Daddy is going to do, you have to develop your place. Charity begins at home.
Yeah.
And nobody will fault him for doing that. So I'm sure he's going to do that. But I implore you to make sure that you guys don't lose a single vote in BK. Mbitolo and Ikeduru should give Sam Daddy at least 100% of their votes. 99.9 is not good enough.
Definitely.
Having said that, let me also encourage my brother who was now asking about how to stop rigging. Let me say it categorically. Please, Ndimo, nobody will rig this election. Nobody. This is not House of Assembly election. This is a gubernatorial election, for crying out loud. I mean, will I be in a place and allow you to rig this election? Nobody will allow that. And in any case, it's an off-season election, off-cycle election. So there are only 3 elections on that day. One is in Bayelsa, one in Kogi, and another in Imo. So, of course, you expect that the whole of all the security agencies will be here. Army, police, civil defense, DSS, EFCC, and all of that.
Okay.
And EFCC people will be going around. If people induce people with money, they will lock up all of them.
Vote buying.
Vote buying.
Okay.
So this is not like any other election. So nobody should lose hope. The only thing I'm encouraging people is to come out and vote. And stay there and ensure that your vote is counted. And of course, you stay there to make sure that they upload the results onto the IREV.
Okay.
That is your civic responsibility.
Okay. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, please, could you speak up?
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Yeah, we can hear you. May we meet you?
Yeah, my name is Barrister Ebuchi. I'm calling from Akwakuna.
All right, let's hear you, Barrister Ebuchi.
Yes, let me thank the Right Honorable Johnson Onyereri. I want to say that if Johnson Onyereri is the candidate of PDP in this thing, I will be believing some of the things he's saying there. Allow me. I can remember somebody, your gubernatorial candidate is talking about Imolites and the youth. Sometime when he was in the Senate, I was his friend on his Facebook. And that was when the people that are IPOB now and all those things, when they were a non-violent organization, assuming they are now, and then the government was tracking down on them and maltreating them and even killing them. I remember sending him a message as an honorable senator representing Imo State then, asking him why are Imo or why are Southeastern senators not doing it.
Hello? Are you still there? Sorry about that, we hope you call us back. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you talk to us, please?
Yeah, my name is Lolo Oyinse.
Okay, Lolo, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Imo. Yeah, I'm calling from Imo State.
Where in Imo State, please? Hello, Lolo. Hello, Lolo, are you still there? Okay, I hope you call us back. It's still 0909.
Okay, can I answer Onyebuchi? Because I think I caught his drift.
Okay.
He was wondering if somebody were in the Senate and from what he was saying, although the line cut off, that he didn't quite do so much with respect to people that we are agitating for. Okay, he didn't mention that, so I won't take that out of his mind, but for the youth that we are restive. So let me put it that way. But let me also remind him that the National Assembly works in ways that he wouldn't imagine. I remember Sam Daddy was the one that led the Southeast. The Southeast, even in the days of Nnamdi Kanu and all of that, to say that indeed, leave this one for us. Let's discuss with him and find the middle road approach to solving what their concerns were. And then secondly, recall that it was this same Sam Daddy that moved the bill for the establishment of the Southeast Development Commission. That bill, remember, didn't scale through in the House of Reps. But Sam Daddy, because of his dexterity, was able to move this motion in the Senate. And I remember all of us rushing to the Senate to give him the necessary encouragement the day they moved this bill, and it was a cheering news. So he's done a lot, and he's somebody that loves the Igbos, he's somebody that loves the Southeast. So he represented them effectively. So that's what I would want to say about that. Unfortunately, another caller, Lolo, the phone went off.
We have another caller.
Okay,
Let's see
good.
what this person has to say. Hello, good evening. Okay. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
You see the problem with Boss FM. You people don't want me to conclude by this thing.
Please
Whether you like it or not.
don't talk about what you don't know, okay? Don't make
tell me
reference to what you don't
what I'm
know,
talking about.
please.
Somebody
It's
blocked me
network.
on Facebook because I asked him a simple question. He is not a serious candidate.
Can you call back, please? Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome to Boss Radio.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Rapport.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to talk about this chapter of equity of the state.
You are free.
Whoever that's talking about chapter of equity in this state, I guess so, without the interest of Owerri zone, will not stand. The only chapter of equity we have to talk about is Owerri zone to be in Douglas House. That's the only chapter of equity. So when everybody are going around talking about chapter of equity for the governor or in the equal governor to continue, is the enemy of this state. So if the governor, come back, it's still 4 years, not 24 years. I really lose it. So we can't control that. Those are our leaders from the way zone. Part of it. We don't want loss. Because we use of the zone have been soft to support any country from the zone. And I can talk to you today that we have seen those candidates we are going to support, from the zone. That's a decrease that was standard with Anyanwu. I'm right on the Joe. We are going to support them because they have what it takes, executive experience and legislative experience, to take this state to a greater height. And let me come back to my question, right on the Joe. I asked before a question what I asked was, both of you have a legislative experience up to the National Assembly, because you look what is happening today based on the state assemblies. Because if you have a viable state assembly, I believe the state will move forward. But what we are seeing today in the state is not something to write over about. So how are you and an incoming governor of the state going to handle the issue of House of Assembly? Are you going to make the assembly independent autonomy? That's my question.
Okay, my brother, thank you for asking this question again. Recall that I had said that I had the privilege of going to the House of Reps. Some daddy had gone to the House of Assembly and also the Senate. And remember, you need to go and check our records. We all voted yes for the independence of the state legislature. So for us, that is the way to go. We'll have the state assembly completely independent of government, because we've been legislators, so we know we enjoy our independence. We don't want to be bamboozled by any executive. Nobody likes that as a legislator. So we can't have that background and then we'll now come and do the same ills to the state legislature. We wouldn't do that. So I'm sure some daddy would give them their independence. And let me also talk to Onyebuchi. Sorry, the line keeps cutting off. I wish you would really pour out your mind, because I really want to listen to your concerns. You see, the danger is this, and I'll explain to you, because sometimes we might just make up our minds for very wrong reasons. And what do I mean by that? The three strong contending candidates for this Guba race have all been to the National Assembly. They've been senators one time or the other. And the Bible says, by their fruits you shall know them. So I give you that assignment. Compare and contrast. And whatever your decision is, let your spirit guide you.
Perfect. Perfect. Let's read the messages we have on our Facebook page. Prince Machuku says Sam Jones will make Imo safe again. Martins Deacon says Sam Jones will know. Prince Machuku equally says my deputy governor. Okay. Honorable Massa Siko says good evening, sir. Senator Samuel Nemeka Anyanwu is actually the best candidate who can change the narrative of Imo State. He is the David who can actually change the narrative. Senator Samuel Nemeka Anyanwu is the one we know, and on his mandate we shall continue to stand. Thanks so much. Hello, good evening. Okay, keep those calls coming. A.B. Remo Precious says Sam Jones is the answer to make Imo State safe again. Okay, we have this one coming from Honorable Massa Siko, who equally says Senator Samuel Nemeka Anyanwu is the one who can change the narrative in Imo State. Okay, you actually resent the messages. We have a Prince Frederick Chibweze who says keep up the good work, my deputy. We got your back big time. Okay, thanks so much. Hello, good evening. Okay, keep those calls coming. We are here to entertain those calls. We're here to pick your calls. We have this one coming from Chidima Peace, who says with Sam Jones, Imo State will thrive and be safe again. Okay, Prince Frederick Chibweza says we love you, sir. Watching you live from Owerri village. Okay, thanks so much, my brother. We have Dima Dorachi, who actually says with Sam Jones, Imo State must be safe again. Okay, we have another one from Francis Chidoze, who says Sam Jones will make Imo State safe again. Francis Chidoze says Imo will be safe again with Sam Jones. Zubi Francis says with Sam Jones, Imo will be safe again. Okay, Choma Ihani Chuku says of what spectacular outing from the incoming deputy governor of Imo State, Dr. Jones Onyereri. With Sam Jones, Imo must be safe again. Okay, Elizabeth Madakanam says God will definitely answer our prayers. Okay, Ihayu Chuku Chidema Peace says distinguished right honorable Dr. Jones Onyereri Miri na Awu speaking truth to power. Okay, thanks so much for that Facebook message. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Please, I want to encourage Imolites to vote Sam Jones. Let them not make mistake. We have stayed a long time in Egypt. Please, I think these two young men got the promised land. Nelson Uche Sowanda.
Okay, Nelson, thank you so much for calling. Now, right honorable sir, I want you to answer the next question I have on my desk. It's all about the payment of pensioners. What do you have to say about that? If the government, if PDP is being elected come November 11, what plans do the party have, to offset the suffering and alleviate the suffering of Imo pensioners?
My brother, is sheer wickedness, man's inhumanity to man if you don't pay pensioners. It's not as wrong as it is biblically, it's also wrong constitutionally. These guys have worked and the laborer is entitled to his wages. The constitution says that they're entitled to their pensions. They did pensionable jobs. But beyond all of that, the only part of the Bible that comes with a promise is honor your father and your mother so that your days may be long. It's a shame that you watch your mother, your father, and then you dishonor them. Not paying them is simply dishonoring them. and Sam Daddy frowns at it. Sam Daddy is going to pay pensioners. In fact, he has also put in his manifesto, which of course he even discussed with Owerri in their chat. That is Rocha Sokorocha, the former governor, who is giving him all the necessary support because he's fully in this project 101%. And he has told him in clear terms that he's even going to give subvention to the Old People's Club. So he is all geared up towards making sure that our pensioners have the best of life, because they should be able to age in grace.
Okay, that's amazing. Hello, good evening. Okay, let's go back to Facebook. This one is coming from Ezekwe Uche. Ezekwe, who says, Your Excellency, good evening, sir. Sir, I am Ezekwe Uche from Ohajegbema local government area, and it is a peculiar local government. Sir, it is on record that Ohajegbema is the richest oil producing LUGA in Imo State and beyond. Sir, it may surprise you to know that some part of Ohajegbema local government area has not really seen electricity from Adam till death. Yet, this is an local government area that is blessed with natural resources. Do you know that in Ohajegbema there is no motorable road? Of course, in my local government, no good hospitals, no good classroom block, no empowerment for the youth, nothing to actually show that Ohajegbema is an oil producing local government area. So what plan and plans do your incoming government actually have in stock for the Ohajegbema, especially the youth of the area? Would you love to react to that?
Yes, I've said so much about that, but also to help him because maybe he's just doing a catch-up on the radio program. The honest truth is that I've said it that we're going to start by job creation, entrepreneurship drive, and also to make them very skillful. And beyond all of that, whilst you build capacity of these youth, you should be able to also inculcate in them globally relevant and industry standard employment skills, so that they'll be employable.
Okay.
And I've said it: if somebody is going to do one skill acquisition of vocational center per federal constituency, I dare say that as a key deliverable, he should be able to do at least 2 or 3.
Okay. That's amazing. Hello, good evening. All right, let's keep reading the Facebook message. This one is coming from Solo. We must get it right this time. Okay, KC Amadi says Imo will be great again, and everyone will definitely vote for PDP. Okay, thanks so much, KC Amadi. Okay, he's actually okay. He says. Okay, he's actually watching us live from London. Okay, thanks so much. Uzoma Igbom says Senator Samuel Nemeka Anyanwu and the Right Honorable Sir Dr. Johnson Onyereri will actually make Imo State great again. Hello, good evening. Okay, keep those calls coming out. We are definitely here to entertain those calls. We have this one actually coming from Lawrence, who says Imo is saved again under Sam Jones and the Onyereri. Hello, good evening. Okay, definitely keep those calls coming. Stan Mattis said, good evening, sir. Stan Amara is actually from Akokwa, of course, in the Delta North local government area. Okay, the messages are coming. It's actually interrupting my reading, but currently at Emada, Imo will be safe again with Sam Jones. Please, you people should actually protect our votes, and we, the people of Imo State, we do the voting. Thanks. Okay, thanks so much for that message. Obina Wabweze says, just vote for the right candidate. Hello, good evening. Okay, keep those calls coming. We're definitely here to entertain those calls. Obumduri says, Queen Mother from Olu with Sam Jones, Imo will be safe and protected again. All right, sir, while we actually prepare to round up, of course, on today's show, let me actually take you to the next question. It's all about the reinstatement of 10,000 youths employed by the then Ohakim's administration. What do you have to say on that?
That's a given. is simply a given. Some daddy has said that to the hearing of everybody.
Okay.
And is a man that sticks to his words. He will not renege on any agreement, though there wasn't an agreement, but it's a covenant that he had with the people. So he's not going to renege on it. And I can tell you that straight on. But let me also help Uche, who is from Ohaji, who had asked about the youth. Let me remind them, because it's good to remind people, because it's lest they forget that they have isopadec. Some daddy doesn't need a kobo from isopadec. Isopadec is supposed to do everything in Ohaji, Bwemwa, Oguta, Uru West. Everything. The funds from isopadec can take care of their internal roads. Can do all those skill acquisition centers for them. Can empower the youth. Help them with bursaries. But the point is that we've not been able to effectively use that fund. And somebody is going to do all of that. Are you aware that even in Oguta, that the lake in Oguta, the clear Oguta is the best ever, not just in the country, but outside the shores of this country? Now, can you close your eyes, Ozazi, and imagine the majestic beauty of a boat riding resort in Oguta Lake? Can you close your eyes for 1 second? You see, people are not just thinking. What's keeping Dubai? It's not tourism.
It's tourism.
The boat rides in those clear waters.
What actually marvels me is the way the UAE capital, Abu Dhabi, was turned to heaven. It was not like that before.
When we were growing up, we were going to Oguta on resort with my parents. Go to those buildings now. You can't even stay there for 1 second. These are things that some daddy is bringing on board. Imo is in for good times. All I can tell Imo Light is to pray for that young man.
Thank you so much, sir. Hello, good evening. Remember, you can actually be part of our discussion this evening before we call it a wrap. We have a few minutes to actually wrap up. So if you really want to ask questions or contribute, the floor is still yours. Hello, good evening.
Please, what is the hope of these men that are sad?
Can you please hold on? Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Kesley Uche from Owerri.
Okay, go ahead.
Please, can you tell us what would be the hope of these men that are tagged ghost workers after working for 5 years and an administration came up and sacked them and said they are ghost workers and they are not being paid for the past 5 years? What would be their hope if you win these elections?
Okay. All right. Thanks so much.
Very simple, ma. My Kesley Uche. Their hope is in voting Sam Daddy in by November 11th. And all their worries will be over. Because why would you say that somebody is a ghost worker? And the same person that you say that is a ghost worker comes to you carrying placard. Ghosts, do they carry placard?
No.
That means the person exists. This is getting funny to me, to be honest with you. Because for me, this is just sheer man's humanity to man. You call me a ghost worker, and I appear, and I'm carrying placard, and you're seeing me. So how am I a ghost?
I'm just laughing, honestly. Well, let's read the messages on our Facebook while we wait for that calls to call. Hello, keep those calls coming. Chizoba Jim says yes. Sam Jones, no Imo State come November 11th election. Thank you so much, Chizoba Dim. Elizabeth Madrakanam says, good evening, Honorable. His Grace, we speak for you and Sam Daddy. Okay, keep those Facebook messages coming. We are very much live and active on Facebook at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. All you need to do, just like our page and drop your comment, and your name will be heard around the world, and your contributions will be read to the hearing and listening pleasure of everyone around the world. Remember, we are very much live as well on YouTube at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and drop your comment as well. You can download our app on your your various mobile stores to listen to us, watch us live wherever you are around the world. You can as well hook us up on our website at www.boss989fm.com. I am still here, of course. My name still remains Osaze Jogu, and then the PDP deputy candidate, of course, to the gubernatorial candidate of PDP, Senator Simon Naukanya. Of course, his deputy here, Right Honorable Jose Chukwu the Onyereri, has been talking a lot concerning issues as regarded with the November 11th gubernatorial election, what the party will do if being elected on November 11th, and what Imolite stands to gain. And if you just join, I can tell you that you've missed a lot. This is Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri, and we are edging closer to Atalora Pop this evening show. So the floor is still yours. Why not give us that call so that we will have an amazing conversation with you on the show this evening, because my guest is ready to attend to your questions and equally have you contribute, on the issues we have discussed already. Hello, good evening. All right, while we wait for that call, Mbo Makelechi says on Sam Jones we stand. Okay, Race Laurie says Sam Jones is the Onyinyaka meaning solutions, of course, for Imo State people. Okay, thanks so much. We have Oluchi Judy Ochiaka, who actually says that okay, the messages are coming. Hello, good evening. Okay, let me read the message from Oluchi. It says that Sam Jones is all we need in the state. We are tired of intimidation in our own state. We must definitely protect our vote till the end. Would like Sam Jones to attract tertiary institutions in our communities for more development. Thank you so much. Thank you, Oluchi Ochaka, for that Facebook message. Hello, good evening. Alexandra says, Uchen Alexandra from Ora. Of course, Owerri, Wokenji, Nkwere local government area. Okay, Nkwaji, Nkwere local government area says with Sam Jones. Okay, is that with Sam Jones, Imo State is actually safe again. Only God Almighty will do it for Imo Light. Okay, thanks so much, Uchenna, for that Facebook message. This one is actually coming from KC Amadi. Imo will be great again. Okay, with Sam Jones. Okay, Casey actually writing from London. Thanks so much, Casey. Keep those calls coming, and we will definitely attend to your questions and have you contribute on what we are discussing already. Remember, we are very much live on Facebook at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. You have your messages actually read live here on the show if you drop them, and we'll definitely say your name. Okay, we have this one coming from Chizoba Dan is actually giving you thumbs up. He's actually giving you thumbs up. Chizoba Dim is actually giving you thumbs up. Okay, we have this one coming from Boniface Taiwan HK Eze, who says, I am watching you live from Oka. My name is actually Taiwan. APC must leave Imo State. Okay, thanks so much, Boniface Taiwan Eze. Okay, we have this one coming from Ikechukwu Ahoneotu, says, my question is, how will you tackle gratuity? How will you actually tackle, of course, gratuity, of course, if being elected as the PDP as the governor and deputy governor of Imo State? Okay. This one is actually coming from Peter, who says Sam Jones is our next governor and deputy. Imo will be served under Sam Jones. Okay, we have this one coming from Ifeanyi, who says that the election is between Imo Light against APC government, and Sam Jones is the answer. Okay, we have Obi Nawabweze, a question: any ambition to improve sports development in the state? Okay, we have this one coming from Ikechukwu. Okay, let's take a look at the Elizabeth Madra column says victory. Okay, hello, good evening. So let's actually I don't know whether you would love to react to this question. Any plan to develop sports in Imo State?
Yeah, that's the best way to get the youths out of the streets and then get them fully engaged, because sports is a big industry now. Some daddy intends to have sports academies.
Okay.
But the honest truth is that in his manifesto, he's going to do one. And then as the economy improves, he will now see whether he can do that, at least one in every senatorial zone. But he's going to do one in Owerri.
Okay.
Set up a sports academy, make sure that the stadia, they are brought up to speed, so that at least our teaming youths would have the play field in order to improve their skills.
Okay. Thanks so much for that answer. Hello, good evening. All right, keep reading the messages we have on our Facebook. And Namere says, please, how will election be conducted in Olo due to the insecurities over there? Thanks. Okay, I'm actually Chibike from Nekede, Old Road. He's asking how the election will be conducted.
Yeah, it depends on the umpire, INEC. Okay. We've made that known to them. Maybe they will want to do that at one spot, as they did in the last election in Otsu. But unfortunately, in Oru East, they didn't do that, and it didn't all go well with the outcomes. So I think they should be able to make sure that they do everything to cure that anomaly, make sure that people come out to vote, and then their votes should be counted. If there are no elections, they shouldn't allow anybody to upload fake results. That won't be accepted in any way.
Okay. All right, you are still listening to Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri, and we've been discussing political issues and as it affects Imo State gubernatorial election come November 11th, and we're going to be calling it a wrap on the show this evening in the next 6 minutes. So if you still have your questions to ask or contributions to make, the floor is still yours. You have just 6 minutes to do that before we call it a wrap. While we wait for that call to come, let's actually keep reading the Facebook messages we have here. Well, Chinazo Victory says, good evening. Chinazo writing from Emada. Sam Jones, because messages are coming and it's actually disrupting my reading. Okay. I'm just trying to lay my hands on that. Of course, he says Sam Jones. Because of the sports academy you talked about, I will vote for PDP. I love football from a childhood. Okay, thanks so much, Chinazo Victory, for that message. Elizabeth Madakolam says, when God says yes, nobody can say no. The victory is for Sam Jones. Okay, Uchenna Alexandra said, Alice go Uchenna. Okay, Alexandra from Owerri, Nkwoji, local government area. Sam Jones, we know. Okay, Boniface Taiwan HK is actually returning back with some messages. He said, I love the man's boldness, the way he speaks. May God help him to deliver, of course, Imo State. Taiwan, we definitely vote. Okay, you're actually watching us live from work. Okay, thanks so much, Taiwan. Hello, good evening. Okay, keep those calls coming. 090-922-29922 or 091-226-7798. Now, I will gladly read your messages. Okay, now Onyebunam says a government of godly men with human feelings is actually finally coming on board in Imo State. Imo shall be great again. Sam Jones is a sure bet. Thank you so much, and Nemeka is like you. You're very, very good in betting. Hello, good evening. All right, sir, could you actually give us your last shot on the show this evening within 30 seconds?
Distinguished Senator Samuel Nemeka Anyanwu, as his mantra sounds, divine mandate, I believe so strongly in my heart, Ndimo, that this is indeed the will of God. God prepared this man to do exactly what he's about to do. Remember that simple calling, Samuel, Samuel, Samuel. 3 times, and he said, "Here I am, Lord." And he said, "I am about to do a new thing in Imo." And every ear that hears it will tingle. Imo, get ready. Your ears will tingle, because good things are coming your way. May God touch your hearts. May God speak to you in your quiet moments to simply say that this is the way to go. Come all out on November 11th. Vote distinguished Senator Samuel Nnemeka Anyanwu as your next governor. Stand there, make sure the votes are counted. Don't go home. A day's sacrifice is worth 4 years of enjoyment. Stay there, make sure your results are uploaded. Make sure that there are no funny things that will go on at the collation centers. Form a human shield. Let everybody get to the World Collation Center. Let everybody get to the local government collation center. If we are all there, nothing, absolutely nothing will happen, and God alone will take the glory. Thank you, Ndimo.
Thank you so much, Honorable Jose Chukwudi Onyereri, PhD. Of course, I don't want to be arrested after the show. PhD. He's actually the deputy governorship candidate of PDP. Yes, of course, the PDP gubernatorial candidate, Senator Samuel Nnemeka Anyanwu, for the November 11th election. Before I round up, of course, because I really want to say my own last shot, before I round up, let me read the messages I have here on our Facebook. Kashmir Ezocha says, "My incoming deputy governor, I appreciate you. You have actually done it before, and know that you can actually replicate this this time around." From Kashmir Ezocha. Okay, thanks so much, Kashmir Ezocha. Okay, Chizoba Oscar. Okay, so many of them, but I'm sorry I can't take them because my time is up. But we actually got your messages. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time on the show this evening. This is Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. I remain yours sincerely, Osaze Ejogo, and I did not really do this alone. I must thank the magic hand and the able help that my studio producer, I'm talking about Engineer Praise, actually lent to me to make this program a success. Remember, this is Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. Don't touch that. We still have amazing programs, interesting things lined up, of course, for your listening pleasure. Good evening. I remain yours sincerely again, Osaze Ejogo. Bye bye.
Let us make him safe again. Bring back peace and joy. Senators and Daddy Anyanwu will make him safe again.
Let them call to Ndi Monile, the task